What's up guys, this is Astranox. In this Etheria Restart video, I'm showing you guys the results of my latest 12 rerolls. That is over 1,000 permanent summons. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. Now, I'm actually playing 3 accounts. The rerolling is happening on the side. I'm pushing 3 accounts. It's going really well. I have, different units on all 3 accounts, and it's a ton of fun. But I'm looking for that OP god tier F2P starter account. I'm free to play. That's how I like to play my gacha games. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing Etheria Restart. I'm in there for the long haul, right? So I'm looking for super rare, light dark SSR, maybe SSR, light dark, like 2 of them on the same account or something like that. Because my latest reroll, the best one that I got so far, it's Lily plus Heinrich. That is an insane starter account for free to play, but you need to reroll a lot to pull something like that. I don't even know what the odds are. That was like a freak event to get that combo. So I'm very happy about it. I'm playing it on one of my phone as I'm doing rerolls there, and I got another laptop. I'm playing another account there. The other account is actually Messiah, and then later on I got Beyontin. So together they're pretty hype, right? I got Dinah in there as well. It's a lot of fun. It's working out real well. But I'm looking for something more crazy, because that Messiah account is not pulling more SSRs. Basically, it's not going too well. So sometimes you reroll, you get a good start, but maybe you settle for not the greatest, and then maybe your luck is shit, and then you're like, man, what's happening? It was great at the start, and then I'm not getting anything anymore. But anyways, if you're in there for the long haul, you don't even need to do rerolls. But the thing is, do you want to look back in like 6 months, 1 year, and be like, man, I still don't have Lily? If I rerolled and I had Lily, or if I rerolled for like Lily plus Heinrich, or Lily plus like Mayo, yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna look back and you'll be like, man, maybe I should have spent a few days maybe to reroll, because as free to play, yeah, they will have a banner rotation, but it costs, what is it, 3 times more. It costs like 300 Hydra Crystal instead of 100 to pull on the SSR light dark banner. That's crazy. So permanent summons reroll, that's the way to go for me anyways. Because like, even if you go and you pull on the Freya banner for your reroll, the thing is, you can get Freya from the permanent banner. That's what I got on my very first account, which I'm pushing. I got Lily right there. So when you get a Lily reroll, especially early on, you're super hype about like the possibilities, right? Like, what am I gonna get next? So the thing is, I could just like fire up this Lily account. Let's say it got garbage. I could fire up that account and just push it and see what I get with the future summons. If it's still crap after like 100, 200, 300 summons, which just gonna take like a day or 2 or 3, then that's it. I just ditch the account. But that's more time consuming. If you're able to reroll multiple accounts at the same time, like I'm doing on an emulator, which I thought initially that emulators didn't work because there was a message saying that emulator not supported, play using the PC client. So actually yesterday is when I realized that emulators do work. So you just have to update your emulator, and yeah, most emulators applied a fix for Etheria Restart. Like I'm using Mumu, there's a fix for it. I heard that BlueStack works. There was a fix for that. Actually, BlueStack, I'm not 100% sure, but LD Player, I've seen a Reddit post and it was saying that it actually works with the newest version, right? I really like Mumu because for me, it's the smoothest. I really like it. You can synchronize your clicks, so you're playing on one instance and you're broadcasting your clicks, your key presses across all the instances, so you can do very fast rerolls like that, right? You're not gonna be beating like a single device reroll, like a single instance reroll, even if you're doing like the fastest reroll possible, which is, by the way, not even 15 minutes like most people are saying. It's more like 20, like I think the rerolls are like 25 minutes at least or something like that, because you actually have to put in the codes. Even if you're skipping a bunch of battles and you know you're skipping your summons as much as possible, it's not 15 minutes. It's more than that. There's no way. From what I've been seeing while re-rolling. Doki Doki, very nice. I'm actually looking for a not too hard to get combo. It would be like Doki Doki with Freya and Xiara. That sounds extremely nice. Like so many buffs to Xiara, making her skill 3, her AoE damage dealing skill 3 that breaks the defense of the enemy with it. Yeah, you're gonna be able to build up. She's gonna ramp up very fast because you need to apply buffs on her so she's able to just have a 1 turn cooldown. Like she just spams. She can use skill 3 all the time, every turn when she's buffed up enough. Very crazy. If I manage to get something like that, I might just play the account. The thing is, you could just reroll for Doki Doki. You could just pull Freya from her banner and use the target summon for Xiara. That's a strategy. I personally will not use the targeted summon banner for at least a week up to 2 weeks, because there's a lot of possibilities to pull whatever you're targeting for. And to be honest, like, you should just do a reroll, and with your initial pulls, you know, you want to have a decent enough team that you're able to push the content with, right? So I prefer to save these things. And the Freya banner, I mean, you know, you can get Freya from the permanent summon, but you know, she got nerfed, but Freya is still very good. That's the thing. So you know, it's up to you really. Now it's 80 to guarantee to pity the unit, so that's better compared to the 120 it was in the beta. So pretty nice. Game's very free to play friendly. Even whales cannot refresh forever. Like, there's a limit of 10. I would say that refreshing every day, that's crazy for free to play. You might want to push and refresh for like 2-3 days. Yeah, maybe a week max, a week tops, because you gotta save your Hydra Crystal for when they have double events. And like, the double event is not gonna happen one time. It's gonna be happening on a schedule, let's say every month, every few weeks. So like, even if you miss out on the first double drop event, right, it's fine. There's gonna be more in the future. And yeah, you don't want to like just dump all your Hydra Crystal, because we don't even know what the how much Hydra Crystal we're gonna be getting as free to play per month, right? That's there's no guarantee there, because we need to see the frequency of the events, how generous these events are, depending on your ranking. You know, in Etheria, depending on your ranking with your guild, you know, for the guild versus guild GVG content, you're gonna be getting a lot of currency from different places, but you need to rank good. Which leads me to something that I thought about. Guys, I saw there's a Europe server, Europe 1, Europe 2. There's an Asia 1, Asia 2. And there used to be only a global 1. And I was surprised there, because most people play on global. But then today, they just opened global 2. So I went there. Actually, some of my rerolls, 8 of those rerolls are on global 2. Now I checked the leaderboard. The progression, it's server based for everything. So Etheria is for only for whatever server you're on. So you're not going to be fighting with a bunch of whales that like are, you know, getting double the spending that they spend during the paid beta. So much less whales to fight against in PvP in Etheria. Now the guilds, they are the same. You can join any global guild if you're on global 1, 2, or the future like global 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever, how many they're gonna release. So that's cool. You can still join all these guilds, but you have less competition in Etheria. So that means you're gonna be able to just rank higher as free to play, get more rewards, because if you didn't know, in Etheria there's PvE teams in there. There's like AI teams. It's not actual players. Usually it's like their name is like one word with a dash and another word. That is actually not a person. Sometimes I think the default naming or something like that gives someone a name in the same format, but most of those are actually AI. You can notice if they have like the same star level and about the same level, and the team comp, like that's usually the biggest tell, right? But someone could like reproduce that to trick you, but still you can check their team comp. Sometimes it doesn't really make sense. So that's an AI team, and there's a lot of them. And you know, if there's less play on the server, you can be fighting and rank up fighting those teams for the first like few weeks at least. So anyways, better ranking, better rewards, better weekly rewards for free to play, always good. And you know, you get like 100 points when you win an arena, and then when you lose, I thought it was only 10, or is that RTA? Because I actually lost a battle today and I still got 60 points. So maybe they changed it. I don't remember hearing something like that in the patch notes though. But yeah, so that's a strategy that I'm thinking. And also that leads me to another thing about rerolling. Okay, initially I've been doing email rerolls. It was smooth sailing when I was not rerolling quick. Rerolling has been on the side for me because I've been playing my main account, my first one that I created. And then I got that Messiah account with Beyontin, which I'm playing on another device. And then I've been rerolling with 2 phones. That's before I knew emulators actually worked. Now I'm doing actual real rerolling using 4 instances using the Mumu emulator. But the thing is, I was using emails, not Google, not Apple accounts. I was using email accounts. So basically you put your email and then you press send a code, because to log in, you don't have a email or username and password. It's just your email. And then they will send you a code when you press send a code, and you have to fill a puzzle too. Initially it's a slider. When you do that slider too many times, it starts to become like an image with like symbols and numbers, and sometimes some of the symbols or number are hidden so well because whatever the background color is the same as the damn you know, number, and you can't even find it, and you don't want to click at the wrong place because you're gonna fail the puzzle. So you could retry, like you can tell them to give you a new one. But yeah, that's pretty annoying. But eventually, after not so many rerolls, actually, when you're doing multiple instances rerolling, you're gonna be hit with that message. It's verification code sent too frequently. Now I got hit with that after just doing the first batch of 4. The second batch after that, the 5th account I logged in, but then the 6th, 7th, and 8th, I mean, after the 6th one, I stopped doing it. I got that verification code sent too frequently. So then I waited like a few minutes. Then I did like instead of doing it on the account number, the 6th one, I did it on the 7th one. And then it didn't work. I got the same message. Then I shut down everything. 3 hours later, I come back in there. I opened one instance that I didn't even plug in an email yet, and I never got the verification code sent too frequently message, and I got it again. So email accounts, that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out for me, and I don't think you guys should use email you know, login. Why? Because what if you end up playing multiple accounts later down the line? Imagine you have to bounce between like 2 or 3 like email accounts, right? What's gonna happen is that you're gonna get hit with that error, right? Unless they fix it, unless they, you know, make it less strict. So do you want to be stuck not being able to go back into your like main account after playing an alt or something like that? So anyways, my solution is I'm just using Google accounts. Like I have something like 20 Google accounts, and because I built them over the years, because you know, when you play gacha games and you want to reroll to get a great start, you need to have multiple Google accounts, right? You could do iOS, Apple accounts, right? That's another way to do it. That's the way to do it, because you're gonna be able to switch between Google accounts on the same device, and you don't have to go through some kind of like verification code that needs to be sent or some crap like that, right? So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And the best way to reroll basically would be to use Google accounts, or maybe you do use email accounts, but keep it logged in on the device and don't swap to other ones. Now the reroll strategy is to reroll between servers. So now we have global 1, we have global 2, we have Europe 1, Europe 2, Asia 1, Asia 2. So whatever your region might be, you know, I rerolled initially on global 1. But now you can go, and when you log in, you see that global 1 is busy. So what happens when global 1 is full? Do you want to be stuck not being able to go into the actual game to actually spend your stamina that is probably capped, and you're just wasting resources? Because not everyone has, you know, we don't have unlimited time to play. Everyone has a different schedule. You might just have a few minutes in the day. Maybe you forgot and you got a break, you go in there. At least you can, you know, send your battles, like 8 battles, 10 battles, and you can just send them in the background. It's running. You can close the game, which is amazing in this game. You can close the game and it's actually going to do these battles when the game's closed. That's amazing. Also, you can actually schedule, you can basically schedule your battles. Like if you send your battles and you actually ran out, and maybe they fixed that because that was in the beta, but because now I've seen that when you're doing like your repeat battle, right? And then when you want to do a new batch of them, I think you need to actually have the full amount of stamina. But if not, you know, what you do is that you do your 10x or 8x repeat battle. It finishes, and then you can do like retry or redo it again, but then you didn't have enough of the stamina. Maybe you only have like 20 stamina and you need like 100 to do all your runs. Then you close the game. I've noticed that the game just like wait for your stamina to replenish to do the battle, each one of them. It's like delayed repeat battle or something like that. So basically, if you're not going to be able to go into the game for like more than like 10 hours, so you don't want to like hit your cap for your stamina, that could be a strategy to go about it so you stay efficient. But I'm gonna have to re-verify that. I've noticed it, the feature in the beta, because I've seen that my repeat battle was like you know, 5 out of 10 for doing like Doki Doki, and then I log in and then it's stuck and the color is kind of like it's different. It's like red, not completed red. It's like, because it's missing the stamina to complete the 5 other battles, so it's like waiting for the replenishment of your stamina to complete the battles. So that's a pretty cool feature. I hope it's still in the game and they didn't change it, so you actually need the full amount of stamina to do your repeat battle, because I've noticed that you don't actually need the full amount to do it. I've noticed that many times when I finish a round of like 8 or 10 battles and I do like I redo the whole batch, I didn't actually have the full amount of stamina in hand to actually do it. Anyways, so yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna be re-rolling more, and I'm gonna be using Google accounts, because I'm gonna be, you know, when let's say if I want to use the PC client, right, then I need to swap between Google accounts. Like let's say I play 4 accounts and I want to like make a video about account number 3 or account number 4. I don't want to be stuck with like requiring like a verification code to be sent to my email and be hit with that error message. Like I'm not gonna be able to log into my account That's awful, man. That's awful. So there's a lot of different, you know, play styles that I want to do, and as free to play, because that's how I play my gacha games, right? Like Epic 7 for like over 5 years, 5 accounts. That's how I play, you know, my gacha games. And I need to have different heroes across my accounts so I can, you know, make videos and show different play styles and, you know, see all the perspective as free to play and have different teams. It's very fun to find like team synergy, create like a team comp. Maybe like a certain account would be more compatible with an upcoming unit, and that's what I like to see. That was an insane summon, man. That like 4 at the same time popping, 4 SSR coming up. And you know, when you do a lot of summons over time, you start to like, you're seeing the symbol for like what's it called, like the faction of the unit. So you could know if it's like an RGB or a light or dark showing up soon. And like if you like see it fast enough, like yeah, it's very hype. So like if you're about to get a light or dark SSR, that's insane. That's insane. So yeah, I want to be really quick to spot that. So like I get that, you know, that rush, that adrenaline rush. Yeah. So as free to play, if you like pulls, rerolling is the way. I'm looking for that God tier account. That's the thing. Because like I said, you know, looking back few months from now, not having the unit that I wanted, right, or the combination of unit that I wanted, that's rough, man. That's rough. So you gotta like make sort of like a foundation for your account for long term. The thing is, like RGB SSRs, yeah, not too hard to actually get them. That's the thing. We get a lot of summons. After 10 days, it's gonna be like 600-ish summons we're gonna be able to do. But after that, what is the free-to-play currency that we get per month, right? It will be depending on your ranking in PvP for the Etheria. You know, if you can get the good stuff in the shop from Etheria, from RTA, from your guild, your union shop, as well as guild versus guild content, right? Like depending on your guild ranking, it will dictate how many rewards you're getting, right? So yeah, you have to be like kind of like semi-competitive to you know, to get some of the best rewards at least. And really like playing on, you know, not global 1 or Europe 1 or Asia 1, I think is gonna help a lot for ranking higher as free to play, which will lead to better rewards, right? That's for Etheria. But RTA, guild versus guild content, all that stuff is still gonna be like cross region, or at least like all the global together, all the Asia and all the Europe together for guild versus guild. I don't know for sure yet, but yeah, you can access any guild from your region. So that's good. That's good. So the servers are not like isolated from each other, because if the population dies down on a server, that could be a problem. There's not a problem. If you're not playing on global Europe or Asia 1, then maybe like later down the line, if the server dies down because they're opening too many servers, then maybe what the players that are playing still are mostly the one that spend money. So as free to play, you might be struggling to actually, you know, fight them. But if people quit in the game, they should be still at a certain ranking in Etheria, so you can kind of like farm them, but over time they will drop, same as all the AI teams that you can see in Etheria. When a new server comes out, you're fighting, there's AI teams all over the place, so you can climb fighting them. So that's another advantage to play on a newer server. Anyways, let us know what you guys think about all that in the comment section. Smash the like and subscribe for more. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.